More than 250 people died, and entire towns were wiped off the map when Hurricane Helene struck the Appalachian Mountains in late September 2024.
Historic levels of rain and violent winds have left communities from Georgia to North Carolina virtually unlivable.
But through the unfathomable tragedy came countless stories of resilience and hope, which is why I wanted to give this documentary a home on my new channel. It's a story that embodies the American spirit and a basis for a format that we plan to bring to stories in the future. And hopefully in the near future, we will even return to these Appalachian Mountains to check in years after the destruction. Because this story, their story, is far from over.
So what you guys see here would have been mountains of trees, RVs, cars, tank. I mean, you just name it. It was all in this field.
Okay.
Got it all cleaned up, and we're still trying to rebuild.
This is Sean Hendricks. A few years back, he was chief of staff for Mr. Beast. Now he's become a local hero with Operation Shelter.
I just got a call. People needed Starlinks.
Using his background in social media, he's helped bring national attention and real help to the people here.
We get the Starlinks, and we get down to Black Mountain here. The firefighters are just, they're like, we don't have time to deal with Starlinks. Like, are you crazy? Yep. Like, we don't have to set these up. What are we supposed to do? And at that moment, we realized they're kind of a pain to set up. You got to set up an account. You know, we have a guy that's like having heart issues because he needs medicine, and I'm like trying to enter my credit card information as this guy may die on us, you know, and it's like, and so after we got that up and running, I just tweeted at, sorry, Elon, posted.
I still say tweeted.
I know. And I posted, it's like, hey, Elon, please make the Starlinks, just turn them all on.
Yeah.
If they're in the disaster area, like, just turn the units on. And he like reposted and said, done, we'll do it. I'm like, people ran out to like, oh my God, Elon just reposted. I'm like, are you kidding?
Yeah.
And I opened my phone, I was like, it is like notification after notification. Coming up here, like, I can't explain how bad it was. Like, I've never seen anything like that with my eyes. It looked like a movie set. Like, if you like transported me there and said, what is this? I'm like, oh, it's in a movie. I'm in a movie set.
Yeah.
This is too over the top. Nobody's gonna believe this is a flood. Like, you guys ruined the script, you know? But it's like, it was that, just, you just could not believe what you were seeing. So houses washed down this creek and just knocked one after another after another.
One of the people Operation Shelter is helping is Christine, a local woman who lost everything.
We have video, I can send you the video of her house washing down the river.
It's gonna get stuck right there.
Her house is up pretty good ways. Even if it let go, I don't think that it's gonna hit ours.
Christine's mom, Glenda, lives just a few steps away from where her daughter's house used to stand.
And were you around here? Where do you live? You live there?
She lives in the brick house up there.
Okay.
It, honest to goodness, it looked just like the ocean, only it was brown water. It was so high, and those waves was going so hard down through here. And I couldn't tell her, when I saw it go, I couldn't tell her that she lost her house. I just couldn't bring myself to do it, you know. We lived to tell it, though, didn't we, buddy?
We lived through it.
I don't like to remember it.
I bet not.
People up above me, it's my husband's first and second cousins. One of my very closest friends' body was in these trees right here. It washed her in her car from 3 miles up all the way down to here. And when she got here, when she hit the tree, it threw her body out. And I don't even remember how many days it took till they finally found her body. Back here, there was 12 of them that perished up there, all one family.
I moved to my sister, so I've been at my sister's house for the last 3 weeks now.
Okay. So then you're going to be getting back in here for the time being?
Yes.
Okay.
That's my childhood home. I got married and lived in the backyard.
No.
So why would I ever leave?
Yep.
I've been here over 50 years. I would never leave. I want to be in so I can celebrate my home and my life.
Yep. Yeah. It's people helping people.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, this community will be what restores this community.
Yeah.
For now, they've built her a temporary structure to call home, and they'll be breaking ground on her permanent home very soon. Rebuilding takes people, and people need a place to stay. That's where Sean took us next, Better Together Base Camp, a hub created by several local organizations to house volunteers ready to help.
So we get enough in here for 3 weeks worth of work, plan it out for 3 weeks, the teams get it, and they load up in the morning right out there, head out. And then like 2 weeks ago, we were on 30 projects at once. It was crazy.
30. Incredible.
They bought the property,
This was forest, and then very quickly they turned it into this base camp that can hold over 150 volunteers a week. I mean, it's insane.
Before sunset, we kept moving, through Swannanoa and into the hills of Black Mountain. Our next stop, Black Mountain Home for Children.
The lady who was just doing kind of the post-op, like, you know, pre-production to see if it's a good fit kind of thing, she was like, can you take your backdrop off? And I was like, what do you, oh, this? This isn't a backdrop. Like, this is where we live.
The real deal.
I was like, but you can't see it, but like the whole thing is scarred, you know?
This is Jimmy, the president. He oversees 170 children and staff across 200 acres.
So little Hazel Johnson in 1904 stood up in a room full of men. She walked down front, she looked Dr. Smith right in the eye, and she said, Dr. Smith, I was sitting in the back, and you started talking about your orphans, and I came to town with my papa to buy a dress, but God told me to give you my money. Reagan debate was over. So this place started with a vision of an old man and the gift of 13 pennies from a little girl. So we got a call about 4:30 in the morning because they were evacuating down campus down there. All that's the homes as well. And that's close to the North Fork of the Swannanoa River. So up this valley, that's where the dam is. That breached and caused the flooding. And so it ran all the way down this valley, and when it started breaching, it was pretty significant. And they knew it was going to breach, so they wanted to remove people. And so Elodie Covert, our VP of programs, called me and she said, Jimmy, I know we have evacuated South Campus, but the wind's starting to pick up. It's like, I really think we need to move these kids from this cabin because we have some trees that are dropping. And so we moved them from the cabin to the dining hall, which we'll see in a bit. And about 8:30, one of the young men was looking out the window at the back of the dining hall, and he saw the trees walking down the mountain. And they took probably about 5 steps, and then that landslide just came in and blew up half of that building.
Whoa.
Yeah. If they would have stayed in that cabin, they would have died. No, there's no. They got showers, and then everything went dark. And it lasted for 3 months.
3 months?
Yeah, for 3 months we didn't have power or water.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I grew up on the Gulf Coast, so I've experienced a lot of hurricanes in my life. And I asked him, I said, you know, does anybody know what's in the middle of a hurricane? And there was a young man, his name's John. He had been in 32 different placements before he came here. He said, Jimmy, he said, there ain't nothing in the middle of a hurricane. I said, that's right, John. Like, we have all this chaos that's going on all around us, but you have responsible adults in your life who care about you and who are going to be here for you. So don't worry about all the chaos. Just go out, throw a football. You know, none of the phones are working, so it's a great time to get off your phone and, you know, just be a kid, build a fort, do something. So then we stepped out of the gym, and over this valley was the most beautiful double rainbow. And then underneath that double rainbow flew a helicopter. And it landed right there, right in front of the kids.
No way.
I promise you. And it landed right there, right in front of the kids. And that was God reminding us of his protection. So when we took over this property, it really needed a lot of work. So over the past 8 years, we probably sunk about $2 million in this property, restoring pretty much every building, like the lodge that you see here. But we're about to turn a corner up here, and it's going to look totally different than this. And just look to your left.
Oh my. Holy crap.
Yeah. There are boulders in that landslide as big as Volkswagens.
So the kids moved from that to this?
To right in here in the middle. And then there's a young man, and as we walk around, you'll see there's an old officer's lounge that the Germans built. That was like a Bavarian bar, kind of. And he was in the officer's lounge looking out, and that's when he saw everything just come down.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible.
Holy.
Yeah. You can't really get the full picture of it. I take my kids in sometimes when we're on vacation, we do those little gym things, you know, you go mining for gems.
Yeah.
You know, and then you bring them home and you have a rock tumbler. You put it in the rock tumbler and it shines them up. This is a rock tumbler on a really grand scale.
Have you seen this?
Mm-mm.
It's just a journal entry, but it ends on September 26th. They're just talking about going to the doctor and getting Mucinex. This is on the 26th.
Yep, just documenting the trip.
And the next day, this happens.
Wow. Yeah.
So that diary ends the
day before.
Yeah. Wow.
But you know what? As much as cool as this, like as cool as this is, what's amazing is how God's going to use this.
100%. Yep.
I mean, like, and that's all of us, like, blank pages.
It didn't stop on that date.
Yeah.
There's no words. That you find miracles in even moments like this that seem like disaster, and it just speaks to hope and joy and things like this, you know?
I couldn't stop thinking about the story of the young girl who, with just 13 pennies, led the way to the founding of a children's home in her community. It reminded me of another young girl here in North Carolina whose kind heart sparked another chain reaction. Meet Ansley Thacker, a little girl who gave up her savings to help her town heal.
Right, normally they don't. Dang. But this is our home.
Wow.
And we kind of all work together on the farm.
Okay.
And we grow a lot of food.
Yeah.
And we have animals.
Yeah.
And it's Ansley's, kind of Ansley's dream to have a homestead.
Cool. Okay, mine too. So I love that you're actually doing this. This is so cool.
Yeah.
Because animals, they can't feed themselves, but people can.
That's very true. That's a great point.
Friday morning was probably the most intense and scary time of my life. I started seeing water, and I've never seen that before living here for a long time. And
road down there.
Oh, okay.
Yep, the road was all covered with water, and you know, the wind was taking the trees down, and it got really intense. But when the storm finally died down and the rain stopped and the wind stopped, we came outside and just was like surveying some of the damage, and my husband said we should take our ATV and go look at the river, which is about a half a mile from here. Once we got there, it was like a biblical proportion flood. I couldn't really, it's like your eyes can't comprehend what you're actually seeing. You know, we were just sitting there in silence, and an entire house came floating down the river in front of us. Ansley and I would lay in bed at night, still no power in our house. So it was dark and quiet, but we were able to get a little bit of a signal, and we would watch Miss Stephanie give an update about how people were helping and they were bringing, and how she wanted to help our community rebuild.
Basically, God just sends it. I don't know any other way to explain it. He speaks to folks' hearts. They bring us a donation. These pallets just came in yesterday.
So eventually, Ansley and I were out one evening kind of late, and Ansley said, "Mom, you know that money I've been saving my whole life for a miniature donkey? I want to donate this money to Stephanie at Rebuilding Hollers." Ansley really felt drawn to do that, and so we did. We went in, asked for Stephanie, and then Ansley very maturely went back and introduced herself to Stephanie.
I gave her the money, and after a couple of minutes we talked, and she had to get a phone call, so we left. And that night she texted my mom and said, "I just cannot sleep. Can I post Ansley's story?" And so she posted it and on Facebook. And there was tons of people out of state from everywhere. There was this one girl who said, "We have to get her a miniature donkey." I told her that this is some of my donkey money, and I told her that I've been saving up for a donkey.
What did you tell Miss Stephanie you wanted your money to go to?
A doorknob.
Why'd you say doorknob?
Because it holds the key to a house.
Profound words from the heart of a 9-year-old. She wanted her gift to open as many doors as possible. Her story lit up the internet, and before long, someone gave her a miniature donkey in return.
They arranged to bring the donkey here in January, and it was just a really sweet moment to see Ansley's dream, you know, recognized and fulfilled.
Yeah, what did you think about that? Because you weren't expecting to get a donkey. If anything, you're probably expecting to have to wait way longer because you gave a lot of the money away.
Yeah. Whenever she said, my mom announced that I was getting a donkey, I was like, no.
Yeah, no way. Man, you're gonna be the best vet because you're gonna have so much years of experience before you even go to school for it.
So I'll let you see on this side. You want to push her eye in and see that?
Oh, yeah, I see.
So that's light pink.
Okay, so she's healthy. I mean, she's good.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, they're hopeful. Yes, there's an energy shift that they're all kind of talking about, but at the same time, it's like there's still so much that needs to be done. And we're looking at it and it looks catastrophic to us, and they're saying like, that looks good because it's better than what it was.
I could have stayed at Ansley's farm all day, but we all had somewhere to be. Oliver Anthony's concert.
One here for VIP, like. Thanks, man.
Amazing, sweet, thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Yeah, totally.
Everyone here is so nice. Has there been a single, not even mean, mildly rude person? No. No. Everyone is like, oh, hi. So kind. We need this. This gives me hope for America. I love it. This is like better than Coachella. And not that I've ever been, nor do I ever want to go. But I envision it being annoying, and this is not. So it's great.
First came the street fair, the free part of the festival designed to bring the community together and support local businesses that desperately need tourists to return.
I'm getting my bling. I'm adding to my bling stack. Never enough.
6 miles straight line.
We just have our producer purchasing a knife right now, so I got some jewelry. He has a weapon. Now we're gonna go.
Thank you very much. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. Have a good trip home. Thanks for coming. You too. Thank you.
So you just got a knife?
Yeah, you want to see it?
Yeah. Wow.
This thing is sick.
I feel scared. Wow, I feel a little scared.
I do too.
What's his name? Andy Henderson?
Huh? He made it.
It says.
Top to bottom.
That's sick, actually.
It's so cool.
Okay, let me smell it.
This is something free for you. Just because of that smile.
Oh, thank you. Okay, let me smell it.
Free smell.
Ooh! Oh, wow.
Yes.
Oh, that's a good candle. What is this? Little Elk Candle Co.
Grab some water.
That smells amazing. I'm butt naked.
At the street fair, we ran into another local hero, Adam Smith. Talk to me a little bit about what your role has been in this. Kind of introduce yourself and then describe kind of big picture how you've been involved in this entire disaster relief.
Well, my name's Adam Smith, and I'm the founder of an organization called Savage Freedoms Relief Operations. And it really started as a hodgepodge group of volunteers that just showed up because I asked for help. I live in Black Mountain,
Okay.
and my daughter and her mom, my ex-wife, they live in Black Mountain as well.
Okay.
They live right next door to me.
Okay.
And it was about Thursday night, it was about 10 p.m. or so, Central Time, and I was shooting a text message to check in on them to see how they were doing because the storm was coming in, and we had some worries, and we had no response. There was no reply. Then finally, I got a text back from her brother-in-law, which was, I can't get in touch with Megan and Toby. I don't know how they are. It's really, really bad here. It was one of those things where it's like, well, I guess I'm just going to assume they're dead. Like, let's just assume that they're dead. Let's assume that this is not a rescue, that we're just going to go in and recover them. That way we don't have any expectations, and we can actually get shit done and not have to constantly worry about whether or not they're alive. And by the time we landed at like 9:30, they came around trees and they were perfect. Beautiful little girl. She celebrates her 4th birthday tomorrow, actually. So she was in great condition. She thought it was an amazing adventure. You know, she's like, Daddy, the power's out. You know, she thought it was just this big adventure that she had an experience around, and they were good. But we're like, man, well, where's the response at? Like, where's the federal government? Where's the state? What are the local authorities doing? We'll come to find out, local authorities, like my buddy Jamie, other local EMS guys, they're all, they're all digging themselves out as well. And so rather than saying, hey, you guys go fix this, or can you help us? We just said, let's just call people.
Yeah.
I think the one thing that brought a little bit of hope, at least for me, was seeing American citizens, patriots, true patriots, because in that moment they recognized that their duty to each other was greater than their duty to the ideology of party. And I think that if, in general, people could see that the ideological lines that divide us as a country don't have to be so dramatic and drastic, that if they could see one another with the same eyes of humanity that they saw each other during disaster relief, that we might actually be able to overcome the cultural divide that's taken place and push back against those who continue to try and perpetuate it.
This is Stephanie Johnson, the woman Ansley donated her mini donkey savings to.
We were, not to say I was apocalypse ready, but at least more prepared than most.
Yeah,
right?
which is honestly a good lesson in just being prepared also.
Exactly. Yeah, I need people to be prepared now.
Yeah.
Like, guys, this is why. Because nobody was ready.
Yeah.
Nobody was ready for this. And so on November the 2nd, building materials showed up.
Okay.
Right? And so I said, God, you want me to get into building materials? My background being construction and land development. So I was like, I ran from that life 15 years ago. You want me to? And anyway, 4 hours later, 100 doors showed up. And that's when I was like, yes, sir.
Yep.
And yep. So from November 2nd on, I have been all about, that's when Rebuilding Hollers was born.
Okay.
That's when I understood I wasn't going to get to go home and do apocalypse crafts.
Yeah.
Because I kept waiting for someone that did this to show up and do this.
Yeah.
Right? I kept thinking somebody better than me is going to show up and take care of my community.
Yeah.
And they didn't.
One other thing I wanted to mention to you, because we met Ansley today.
Yes.
And she was incredible and amazing.
Is she precious?
I know that you got to meet her.
Yes.
And I just want to hear from your perspective that story. She comes in and offers some of her money. What was that like?
So it was incredible, right? So the heart of a child. And children are the most precious because their heart is so good. And so she had been saving for this donkey.
Yep.
And she said, and so she comes to me and she gives me her money and I said, thank you, baby. And I hug her up and I had, hi, princess. That's my buddy right there.
The star of the show has returned.
Oh, how's my buddy? I'm so glad to see you. How's that donkey? Oh, I love it. Come stand next to me so I can tell the story. She comes in and she gives me her buddy and I'm like, oh, I love you. So I have a daughter, right? So I mean, and she's tough, right? Like she's
I learned all about her today. Oh yeah, no, I learned so much already.
Can I get in on the garden? I asked your mom. Okay, I'm gonna need some garden. So she's incredible, and it was just so powerful, and it was a reminder for me, Steph. God's coming. Yeah. Don't stop, because it was so cold in the warehouse. See, we were squatting the first 3 months. We weren't allowed to be there. We were just there. I didn't care.
Yeah.
So it was freezing cold. Yeah. Here comes this angel and says, here's my savings to help you.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, God, if you're talking to children about me, you're talking to everybody.
Yeah.
And I knew that we were going to keep getting help. I knew, and it's happening.
It's happening. This particular street on Locust Street was, I believe we even showed a photo of it on the show because it was such an insane visual of just an entire main street underwater. The water at the peak of the storm, if you see that green house over there, the one with the green roof, it was like up into that house. And now they're bringing it back to life. So I think it's really cool. People are resilient. Very resilient.
There's a lot of people here today that are weary, they're tired, and they feel like giving up. And I'm going to tell you, that's a lie from the devil. As greater is he who is in you than he who is in the Lord. And when Chris said that he wanted to come here, you think about September and what this street looked like. We see the answer to Galatians 6:9. We may have been weary, but we're reaping the harvest today in Spruce Pine, North Carolina.
This was just some wild idea in my head, probably 3 months ago, I don't know, not that long ago. And Pastor Michael here and a few other guys, Graham Merriweather, and there's just been so many people that have come together to make this possible for y'all. This has all been family-owned people and individuals from all over the country, and we don't have any sponsorships. We don't have a Bud Light banner up or nothing like that. This has all just been done out of people's pockets, and just wanted to come do a show at a place that I'd want to come see a show played at. Well, I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away. Drive back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me and people like you. Wish I could just wake up and not be true, but it is. All it is, we're living in the new world with an old soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do, 'cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end, 'cause the rich men are the rich men.
You may be seated. I have entitled today's message simply, Seize.
Sunday morning, the last day of the Rural Revival Project, Oliver and his team held a church service open to all. He said last night he would meet with any and every fan after the service who wanted to meet with him. And that he did.
The energy that you have been energized with. Not let it die down, but fan the flame of what you've been encouraged with this weekend. Fan the flame of the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Healing a region that suffered greatly goes much deeper than rebuilding structures. It starts inside. It's not just about restoring buildings, it's about restoring hearts. Perhaps that's why dozens chose to be baptized Sunday morning.
So the worship part of the concert just ended. This is the day afterwards. And now Chris is just up on stage doing baptism.
Yeah, I don't know how that
This is so precious. I love this day. I love this so much.
No matter their current situation or storied past, their slates were wiped clean, refreshed, and restored. Before we headed back home to Nashville, there was one last person we hoped to talk to.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Keep at it.
I am.
All right.
I know the choice that
Yeah, I'll see you in a little bit. Appreciate y'all's patience.
Thank you. I thank you for letting us just hang around here.
No, I appreciate y'all's time.
Basically, just so you're kind of familiar with what we're doing for this video, I had saw on social media about the Rural Revival Project, and I was like, something in the news again about this, because in the mainstream news, national media, we haven't heard about the progress, the updates with Western North Carolina and Eastern Tennessee in months now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I saw this on your social media, and I was like, oh, this is such a great idea, and it was something where I got the whole team, we're like, guys, we're going down, let's cover this. Obviously, the heart is here. You just spent hours out there talking with every single fan that's been here. Talk to me about the mission behind this project.
The origination of it was just that I wanted to do shows in places that I would actually go to a show.
Yeah.
And so, which was like on a main street with just a basic, I don't need all the fluff and all the crap, and then as touring went on, I realized just how predatory like these big companies are that go in, like a Live Nation. And we've dealt so much with, just in my little bit of touring so far, we've dealt so much with Ticketmaster and just like, and so I have still some connections from down here from where I used to live. And so to see the pictures from before where the water was up and all the buildings were, and now it's just like, they were saying instead of a flood of water, it's a flood of people. But it's cool to see the same street like 6 months later. And it's hopeful, It's just really inspiring to see so many people who really care, because it's like anything, but you just see the worst of people online.
Yeah.
And so to see people in real life that care and just like have their heart in all this, it's cool, you know?
Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest things we've seen from people is just like the sense of resilience and hope and grit. And obviously they've suffered so much. And I mean, I feel like I heard that a lot with the unity of the people here and, you know, recovery and all of that. It's just like, we don't care what they believe or whatever. It's like, this is my neighbor and we need to help and we need to work together. And I think that's a beautiful thing that we've seen this weekend and in this area, but also with what you're trying to do, which I think is phenomenal.
Yeah, if we spent half the time focused on quality of life and food and mental health like we do the handful of polarizing things that everybody argues about in politics, like it would help there's so many things we all have in common. And that was kind of the joke with this was like, it's using music and food to bring people together, and who doesn't like music and food, you know?
Yeah. I didn't know what we'd find when we got here, or if anyone would want to talk to us. But that's not what we were met with. We were welcomed with open arms. People wanted to be heard. So in the description below, you'll find links to every person and organization we featured, along with others we met along the way. Whether you visit as a tourist to support local businesses, or as a volunteer ready to lend a hand, know this. The people here want you to come, because revival doesn't happen alone. As for this disaster, it's not the end of their story. It's the beginning of their comeback. Oh my gosh, winded? Yikes.
And my snowsuit was so like thick.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't hardly get
up.
So
You're just stuck in the ground.
Crawl.
Thank you so much for watching this episode. If there are places or people that you know of that deserve to have their stories told, please let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next video.